Okay, so Whoop is back with their new flagship 5.0 and the MG version with a super battery and some very weird membership stuff. You know, the ones that you paid us, but still it's not enough. We want a bit more. We are going to cover all of that in this video. But first, let's talk about something that we are as human rely on a lot, which is a visual upgrade. Because it's easy to look at the brand new 399 euro Whoop band and say that, okay, that sure looks a lot better than the 4-year-old Whoop 4.0, which costs 249, right? But you might be wrong. And to be fair, it's almost 4 years after Whoop 4.0, so we expect a really good upgrades in the new devices. But what we got here? So the battery is bigger, which is really good. I will talk about that later. But did we get better GPS, or did we get GPS at all? Did we get any better accuracy? Did we get better band? Let's start with the band. The original band that the Whoop coming with is this black one, which is okay, is not the best band you can have. And they had the same band for Whoop 4.0. And honestly speaking, I heard a lot from a lot of people that the band is not super comfortable. It's good enough to use it in a daily activities, but when you want to take shower or you want to swim with it, it's not that comfortable. And also after that, it absorbs a lot of water, which is really hard to dry it out after that. The first few weeks, whenever I was taking shower with it, it took me like 20 minutes to 30 minutes to dry it out. First, I have to dry it with a napkin or a tissue or something, and then after that I had to use the hair dryer to dry it a bit, and still it was a bit wet after that, which was uncomfortable and made my hand a bit itchy. So I had to change the place of the Whoop band every week to make sure that the skin is not gonna get irritated. Now it's almost 4 years. They had enough time to come up with a new band or replace it with the band that they already have. I got the Whoop 5.0 for free. If you want to know how did I get that, you can just check this video here. Maybe you can get it for free too. But aside from that, when I got the Whoop 5.0 for free, I bought a sport band as well because the old band was really uncomfortable. And honestly speaking, the new band is super good. It doesn't absorb the water a lot. You can take shower with it. It takes like 5 seconds to dry it out. And it's really comfortable on my hands as well, on my arm. So I highly recommend, if you want to get a Whoop band, try to get another band, because the original one is good for a few weeks, but it's a big struggle if you take shower with it or you want to dry it out, and it's a bit smelly after a while. But this one is quite comfortable, it's easy to adjust, and it looks better as well. So in general, it's just better, and I don't realize why they didn't replace this black band with this sports band, because whoever get the Whoop, they actually do a lot of activity and exercises. So why not replacing with that?
Here we go. Money.
Alright, aside from the band, let's put it aside. Let's talk about the big upgrades in Whoop 5.0. The first one is the battery, which I wasn't appreciated at the beginning, honestly speaking. When I heard about that, I was like, I don't have any problem with 4 days battery. It's good enough for me. Why upgrade it to 14 days? It's not something necessary. But honestly speaking, now that I'm using it, it's way more comfortable that you know that you have enough battery and you don't need to charge it every 4 days, and you can have it on your hand for 2 weeks, which is amazing. Especially if you travel a lot. Like a month ago, I went to an exhibition and it was like 3-4 days, and I wasn't sure to bring the charger for the Whoop band or not. But right now, you're completely sure that you can have charge for 2 weeks time, which is amazing. By the way, if you want to get the Whoop band, you can use the link below in the description. You will get 1 month for free. Now let's talk about the physical shape of the device. According to the Whoop company, the Whoop 5.0 is 7% smaller than 4.0. But you can't even notice that. I tried to put it aside, and then you can see a lot of video on YouTube that they compare the size of the Whoop 4.0 and 5.0, and you can notice it, especially when it's on your arm. The size, the weight, everything is the same. And I was wondering why they changed that. They could keep it like that And all the people or all the customers that they have a long membership, they bought a few bands, so they can use their own and same band with the new device as well, so they shouldn't pay extra for it. Why that could be?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Okay.
Money, money,
And when we are talking about the physical differences, whenever a company they want to come up with a new upgrade, especially after 4 years, they make a huge changes in their physical appearance of the device. And the reason is that a lot of people, when they upgrade it, they want to make sure that it's different than the old version. But the Whoop 4.0 and 5.0, if you use the original band, no one can see the difference. Just imagine the iPhones. Every single iPhone, they try to make a small change that you can see from outside. Oh, that is the new iPhone and that is the old iPhone. So you can compare them. But with the Whoop device, they are actually same, but they made a quick small change, like 7% smaller, that you need to buy the new bands, new accessories, and you cannot use the old one, which is a waste of money for a lot of people. Now let's talk about the app and the data you can get from the Whoop 5.0. So the old version, which was Whoop 4.0, they had this beta steps counting, which was really weird because when I was comparing to the Apple Watch, it was off a lot, like 6,000, 7,000 steps, which is okay because it was in a beta version and they don't have a GPS. And still with the Whoop 5.0 and MG, they don't have GPS, which is weird because it's reduced the accuracy of some data. Let's talk about the steps now. If you check the Whoop band, for example, Saturday, I walked, according to the Whoop, 17,800 steps. But when we go to the Apple Watch, you can see that I walked almost 27,000 steps, which is around 8,000 steps off. And then it's not just that day. On Friday, I walked, according to the Whoop, 19,800. But when I come to the Apple Watch, Friday, I walked 18,000, which is still off. And that's a big problem because the Whoop is going to use the phone GPS and it doesn't have GPS by itself. So the step count is really off, and sometimes the difference is like 5,000-6,000 steps, and sometimes is less. But even if your goal is reaching 10,000 steps a day, having 1,000 or 2,000 off, it's really weird. And that's a big problem with the Whoop. They cannot count the step accurately, even the new version. So when you have the better version, that's okay if it's off. But when you already have the accurate version and you say and you promote that we have the actual step count, it shouldn't be that off. I am going to compare this with a lot of devices later on, so subscribe if you want to see those videos later to see how off the Whoop band is, to see if we can rely on this data or not. So the rest of the data in the app is almost similar with the Whoop 4.0, but they have a new thing which is the Healthspan in 5.0, which honestly I really like it. The first time that I saw that, I was like, I want to try it. It's really interesting because you want to know that what is your Whoop age and also what is your pace of aging. I'm not sure how accurate this data is, but still having a number here, it gives you a lot of motivation and it feels really good because it pushes you to do better. The first time that I checked my Whoop age was 29 years old. I'm 35 right now, 36 let's say, and it was 7 years younger, which was really good. I'm really happy about that. And I checked the pace of aging and it was 1.4 or 1.6, which was really high. And throughout the weekend, I did a lot of cardio because I wanted to make sure that I have really good cardiovascular system. So it was kind of a motivation for me, and I wanted to check the new Whoop through running and cycling. So I did a lot of cardio, and then it changed to 0.8 and also 0.6. So it has this fluctuation every day to change, which is interesting. And it changed the Whoop age as well. Now my Whoop age is 29.1, which is funny that it's changed, but I have no idea how they calculate it. They have some information about that in their website that you can read about it. I will put the link down in the description that you can read about it. And they have this coach as well that can explain to you. But the most important part is that the fluctuation is normal because the Whoop is calibrating for the first week about your aging. So that's why the first week might not be super accurate if you're using it. But I'm not saying that this Healthspan is accurate. We have to do a lot of testing and see if it's accurate or not. But it's really good motivation to give you that feeling of making better choices during the day to keep you healthier and see the differences in the number. And it has a side effect as well. If you do a lot of good stuff or make a lot of good choices like doing exercises, eating better, and you see no changes here, then it's going to be a bummer as well, that you feel like it doesn't work even if I do a good job, so you might give up as well. So it has its down effect or side effect as well. But in general, I think it's a really good thing, and it's really interesting to see your age and the pace of aging. So the rest of the data is quite the same thing, but one thing that I hate, and I hate it a lot, is that this blood pressure inside and heart screener, which is from the EMG. And the problem is that you cannot get rid of this in the app, which is really weird. You press on it, then it's go to the website that you can upgrade your band and you get the MG version, which I don't want to get the MG version, but it's constantly there and reminding you that you don't have the MG band. You have to upgrade it if you wanted to see this data. It's like you buy an Apple Watch Series 10 and it's constantly reminding you, oh, you have to buy Apple Watch Ultra if you want to get a good result. It's constantly there. If there's just a reminder that, okay, you don't have the MG, you're missing this information, that's good. I will read that and then I will say tick or close it, and that's it. That's the application I want to have. I want to have my own data. I don't want to see every single day what are the data that I'm missing. And it's constantly putting pressure on you that, oh, you got to get the MG if you want to have that. You got to get the MG if you want to have this. And because of this beta version, and I'm 100% sure because of their step technology that they cannot make it that accurate, the heart rate, the heart screener, and also the blood pressure is going to be really off. So I'm not going to upgrade to the MG. Probably if they have a new device later on or they have a new upgrade, I might consider getting it. But right now I'm not getting it. And the problem is that you cannot get rid of it. You might get one part of the window, you can get rid of that. But the rest, which is the upgrade to access, you cannot remove that, which is a really bad thing for this company. They should realize that they are a big company, they have a lot of sales, and they have to respect their customers in any level. If I want to be in this level for any reason, I don't want to pay extra, I don't like the data or whatever, they have to respect me and remove the things that is not for this device. For example, for the MG, they have to remove that to be respectful. And that's one of the things I don't like about this company at all. They try to push a lot to sell you stuff, which is okay, but they have to increase or improve their quality. And through that, I should have think, okay, I want to improve it. For example, if the MG version is really accurate and there's a good data and science about it, I'm like, okay, I want to upgrade right now. But you cannot push and put the data there and every single day tell me, oh, you got to upgrade to unlock this level, which is weird, right? There's another thing that was weird with the Whoop 4.0, but they fixed it, I think, in the new version, which is that when you start the training, it took like a lot of time to get your strain. Sometimes 4 or 5 minutes I had to wait to calculate the strain through the workout, and it was in 0 and 0, which means that there was no strain detected for 4 or 5 minutes. And one time I just canceled and saved the workouts because I wanted to see in that 5 minutes did the band detect anything, and the result was 0, like nothing. So that was really bad. But the new version of it, it's really fast. So the minute you start the activity, it measures the strain of the activity and you know it's working because you can see it there. But the old version had this problem. So that's a really good thing that they fix it in this Whoop 5.0. So here's the final thought. If you already have Whoop 4.0 and you can upgrade it for free to Whoop 5.0, that's great, do it. If you have extra money to upgrade it as well, then do it. That's a good idea. But if you don't want to spend money on it and you are not sure, probably it doesn't work to spend some money to upgrade it to 5.0. Because the Whoop, the device, is getting better, but the company by itself, they need a lot to learn. So let me know in the comment if you use the Whoop 5.0 or if you want to upgrade it. And if you want to buy the Whoop 5.0, please use the link below. It will give you 30 days free Whoop trial. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.